from Norman, Oklahoma. The fourth-ranked Sooners with everything in front of them. Playoff hopes, potential Heisman Trophy, and West Virginia. Baker Mayfield will not start, although it didn't keep him from hyping up the crowd. Mountaineers come off a 28-14 loss to Texas. A week ago, Oklahoma took care of Kansas to the tune of 41-3. And it's run out by Marcelius Sutton, and he's out to the 31-yard line for the Sooners. And on first down, Murray's going to keep it, and he can run! He can run across midfield! He can run down the sideline! Kyler Murray being knocked out of bounds at the 4 by a little longer. Here's first and goal now. On the ground, Rodney Anderson, and he's on his feet into the end zone for a touchdown. How do you like me now?
Kyler Murray goes out there and in 2 plays, they're in the end zone.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point.
He brings that Baker Mayfield doesn't quite have is the speed element. We were talking with Lincoln Riley yesterday. He says if he gets in the second level, nobody's going to catch him. Almost didn't catch him here, but that's the element in the run game, the zone read, the option game. That's what he brings, and Baker Mayfield, you know what's going through him, his mind on the sideline, and how much this is hurting him, and that just takes kind of all that anxiety away, and Rodney Anderson finishes the drive. And I think that's hopefully what we'll see from Baker when he gets in this game.
So if you're just joining us now, it's 7-0 Oklahoma, and it'll be a touchback. The Benov is the quarterback for the Mountaineers. We have backup quarterbacks on both sides, and a big run for Justin Cross.
An Oklahoma team ranked 4th in the country.
Gain of 16 on first down out of the Wildcat. Here's Kennedy McCoy carrying the football.
That's such an outstanding year.
Chugadov will hand it off to Justin Crawford. He's got the first down and then some.
Let him have any chance on the road.
Again, a Wildcat to Kennedy McCoy, and he will carry the football. Chugadov will take this snap and hand it off to Kennedy McCoy. And they'll bring up a third down. Again, it's Kennedy McCoy. They continue to run out of this Wildcat, and why not? McCoy's got the first down, and they are in field. I didn't bother to ask why. Here's Marcus Sims trying to get the ball to the wide receiver. Flowers. That gives you some idea of how beloved Baker is by his teammates. Here's Chugadov, his first pass attempt of the game, back of the end zone.
Trey Norwood, both of them true freshmen. We'll see a bunch of them.
On 3rd and 11, they keep it on the ground, and Justin Crawford, he's still on his feet, he has the first down. First down and 10 now, about the 15. Little shovel to Wellman. This is a beautiful looking drive to this point. Here's Chugadov, trying to set up the screen, able to get it to Wellman. And he's stopped on 2 third downs so far. Here's 3rd and 8 with Jennings in motion. And they keep it on the ground to Crawford, and he won't get there. He will get. And so the Mountain
players in Oklahoma history, I think he'll go down.
What's not to love, right? Sutton will take a knee. And now it's the Baker Mayfield show. And I'm Kyler Murray. I'm saying, hey, what about me, coach? I thought I did pretty well in there. Did you want a faster scoring drive in 49 seconds? And on first down, handoff. Rodney Anderson, right up the middle, making some cuts. Anderson is knocked down.
Take a look at this move that Rodney Anderson puts on the secondary. That right there, not known for his quick feet, more of a big downhill running back, but he was passed up earlier in the year. Trey Sermon, Abdul Adams both took reps away from Rodney Anderson and got a little help from his quarterback. I think he's not excited to be back on the field.
Kyler Murray, the quarterback who started, ran for 66 on the first offensive snap. And on the first throw of the game by Baker Mayfield, he completes. Baker will hand it off. Rodney Anderson will be dropped for a second and goal. Here's the opportunity to throw. It is juggled and caught. CeeDee Lamb, touchdown. On the way, and it's perfect.
It was Drayvon Henry. Here's Drayvon right here, and it's long right here. They have to respect this action. And when that action goes and they come up, there's nobody left behind it. That's too big of a window right there for Baker Mayfield to throw that football into. You can't be right when this offense couldn't have gone better for Baker.
Riley said he really had to think long and hard about the kind of discipline. Here's Marcus Sims from the goal line. Sims trying to spin away from some people. Get out to the
Impressed with Lincoln Riley as any coach in college football this year.
First down and 23 after the marker. Here's Justin Crawford out of
penalty and see if Dana Holgerson had a point. If you see that black line, that's a line of scrimmage. As long as that ball is thrown behind the black line, it's not a penalty, but it was clearly thrown beyond that black line, so a good call by this official.
Throwing and completing the Sills for the against the Oklahoma secondary. Three of them at the bottom of your screen. Here's 3rd and 11. Chugunov down the middle of the field, and it's caught by Sills, and he stays on his feet. David Sills, and then coughs up the football. 3rd and 11, no problem. On 1st down and 10. Flags fly as they hand it off to Crawford. 5. I would take a shot. Here's Chugunov, thinking along the same lines, back of the end zone. It's
ball to come out. It's an incomplete pass, and by definition, it was a good call.
Not even going to look at it. 2nd and 5. Going up is Jet. Crawford trying to find a hole.
He just came off the field.
2nd and 9. That ball is out. Crawford fumbled the football, and I think Oklahoma has it.
Like Justin Crawford just took his eyes off the ball. It's a simple pitch. Chugging off, it's a great pitch, goes right through his hands. Looking at the defense before the football.
Mountaineers were marching down the field. Nothing to show for it. Baker Mayfield, the Sooners offense when we come back. Hard line. Vedette in motion. And it's Rodney Anderson trying to break through.
I think Baker Mayfield and he have a great relationship, and you can tell they love working with each other.
There's Mayfield to throw down the middle of the field. Got a man wide open. Marquise Brown. My quarterback, he'd be my best friend too. We'd get along great.
And the quarterback's best friend is speed on the outside, and that's the definition of Marquise Brown. You can see if you don't get a jam on him, and Brown has filled that role.
Brown averaging 19 yards per catch. That was good for 56. Here's Anderson inside the 20.
So that's
right. Handoff. Rodney Anderson, we open up quarter number 2, tries to cut it inside. 3 and looking for more. On 3rd down and 1. Hand it off. Anderson, I don't think he got there. Fullback and a tight end as well. Sends Smallwood in motion. Hand it off. And it is Flowers.
We can talk about all the flashy Marquise Brown and Andrews and all that, but the guy that makes it go when crunch time comes is Dimitri Flowers. He's one-on-one with Benton, and he takes the first down, gets the best of Benton. He's still on the field.
A mix with the 4+ rushing touchdowns, 4+ receiving touchdowns. And here's Anderson for the corner. Got it. Touchdown.
Number 1 play for Oklahoma. It's the counter play. Watch Bobby Evans come through the line of scrimmage and gets the block here. They pull both the guard and the tackle. He just gets enough of David Long, and when you give Rodney Anderson that amount of room at 218 pounds, he's going to find the end zone. But if you're going to stop that counter play, you've got to get penetration in the game.
You love Bobby Evans. Orlando Brown gets all that love, but Evans is... Petaway and Sims are back deep. Touchback and Out of the Wildcat again, it's Kennedy McCoy. This was effective in the first series, and why not go to it again? It's McCoy.
There by the safety, and a big game.
Chugging off the quarterback's bottom of your screen. They're going to flip it to him. Here's chugging off to throw it. Marcus Sims down. He's got it. Chugging off bottom of your screen. And it's McCoy. And they do. It's McCoy. He's under center. And he hands it off to Crawford. And it's Kennedy McCoy for the... Puts it through.
He's guaranteed of that. And surprise onside.
Onside kick. West Virginia pulling out all the stops.
A call here by Dana Holgorsen. You see that front line for Oklahoma is about 12 yards away from the football. It looked like number 29. That's Prentice McKinney, a safety. Just kind of fell asleep on it, and heads up play by Staley jumping on the football. Has to go 10 yards.
I thought it did, Grease. He might have made contact.
Right hand. Did he get that right hand on the football before it traveled 10 yards?
4.5. The half playing the critical role. Mayfield to throw off the play action. Wide open is Mark Andrews.
Get Baker Mayfield thrown into a window. You got zone dropping linebackers, David Long and Benton, and that is perfectly done. That's great anticipation from Baker Mayfield. Mark Andrews, that's years of being on the
ground at Trey Sermon.
Mayfield, I wouldn't talk to him at all. You don't want to poke the bear.
Leave him alone. Here's 1st and 20 after the marker. Mayfield will throw it. He'll zip it in there against
his patented Baker Mayfield here. He's just going to extend. And here's Mark Andrews. And being on the same page, we talked about it 2 plays ago. All these receivers know that when he extends plays and he goes to his right in particular, that he's going to have his eyes downfield and they've got to uncover. One of the strategies from Tony Gibson, defensive coordinator for West Virginia, was to flush Baker Mayfield to the opposite direction, left. Felt like he wasn't as effective.
Here's Sermon, nifty move, and he's dropped at the 10 last year's game. Here's 3rd and 1. Mayfield gonna try to keep it, lowers his shoulder and can't get there. Mayfield on the ground to Rodney Anderson. He's got the 1st down and he wants some more. What happened to the pile? We'll get an explanation. On the ground off the high snap, Anderson is able to get 2nd down. Anderson spins off 1 tackle, gets out to the 10, gets into the end zone. Extra, and keep in mind, South Carolina has won 5 straight home games. That'll be fun to watch tonight when we are through. From Baker accounted for 4 touchdowns on the day, 56-28 win.
Good behavior to me if you're watching Baker Mayfield.
Off the play fake, chugging off to throw, lofts it a little too high. Replacing the injured Will Greer. Chugging off, great protection, and he'll check it down to Trayvon Wesco.
To put your feet in the ground and stone him, and that was impressive for McKivitz.
Here's Billy Kinney, and our first punt of the game comes with under 5 minutes to play in the half. It comes to time of possession. It's never mattered less. Off the play fake, Mayfield throwing down the middle. What a grab by Lamb! Spinorama, and he's down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 5 of the defense. Penalty will be added to the end of the run, half the distance. 1st down.
Xavier Preston roughing the passer.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy call for the official, too.
That's a great throw here from Baker Mayfield. A lot of times you try to put a lot of air under that football, but take the guesswork out of it. He throws a dart to CeeDee Lamb, and as impressive as that throw was, Steve, I'm more impressed that Baker Mayfield didn't react or respond to that clear personal foul from Xavier Preston. Put 2 hands into his neck area. That's really well done by Baker Mayfield.
He was dancing down the field. Mayfield's been perfect in every aspect today. Hand off to Rodney Anderson. 173 yards and 1 touchdown. And if I was him, you know what? I'd be dancing too. Look at him. There's a happy guy.
He just loves playing the game, right? And you love to watch players like
infectious. His teammates pick up on him as well. Here's 2nd down and goal. Again, it's Anderson, and he gets there. Touchdown.
There's only so much chirping you can do, so many late hits you can have. But once you get down by 24 points in the first half of a game, it all falls flat. And Oklahoma has taken over control of the physicality of this game, the execution of this game, and they're winning with class right now.
5 possessions, 5 touchdowns by the Sooners. And Todd, the face of college football, the next step, you know, is the face of an NFL team.
Getting away from me, and sometimes you need that to change behavior.
Out of the Wildcat, it's Kennedy McCoy. This is about the only thing that has worked on offense.
We'll go back and take one more look. Watch, he gets punched in the head. I mean, that could have easily been a targeting foul and an ejection for Preston. He doesn't go back and chirp. He doesn't chase after him. Just says, listen, there's a flag. Throw the flag. Okay, that's a change of behavior that's positive for Baker.
And he's going to be tested going forward. Before, and under intense pressure, how will he respond? Here's Justin Crawford on the ground for a yard.
Definitely puts it on the radar, and it's a red flag you have to deal with.
3rd and 7. Chug it off. Down the sideline.
Under as individuals. And if that's not really who Baker Mayfield is, his change in behavior and actions today, I think, is a step in the right direction.
That'll bounce in front of CeeDee Lamb, and it'll be down by West Virginia.
The intangibles everyone's going to look at, but he has an awesome football character.
That's a big move from the 3rd round to a 1st-round pick. Is Trey Sermon.
One of the more accurate quarterbacks in all of college football. You can't overcome that if you don't have it.
Leads the nation in completion percentage, and he'll add to that right there. Dimitri Flowers across mid.
Nobody has done it more efficiently than Baker Mayfield. That's saying something.
Little shovel to Jeff Burdett, the wide receiver. Play fake. Mayfield wants some more. All sorts of time. Now he'll take a shot and throw back in the end zone. And so you're not hung up on the height like a lot of people are.
No.
I agree. Off the flea flicker. They want some more. Mayfield's going to get tripped up and then stay on his feet and slide down. It's a 5-yard run on 1st down and 10. Mayfield will throw and zips it in there to Mark Andrews. He'll move the sticks and start the clock again.
Another 30 seconds here with 1 timeout.
Sermon is Virginia at that point. Since then, they've been able to add a couple scores. Here's Mayfield. All sorts of time directing traffic. Now he'll gun it.
You can still talk, right? You just can't have the action.
Here's Mayfield. Zips one in there to Andrews for the touchdown. When is he going to come into the game? I think in the 2nd half it'll be interesting to see when Lincoln Riley he's put up some gaudy numbers to this point.
Yeah, and lost in all that is what a great throw this was. You got to throw it right behind the linebacker, David Long. We saw this earlier in the game. When you have play action, hard play action in a run game with Sting and an accurate quarterback like that can throw the ball into tight windows, that is hammer to go with him, and that's what you want to hear about him.
And his teammates swear by him. Chugadov and company to get in the locker. A bit of a low snap. He'll throw it on the run, and he'll complete. Little trickeration, a pitch. And that ball, let's see. Oklahoma says they've got it. And they do. Another turnover. This with 4 seconds. Covered that.
Yeah, they tried the hook and lateral. And he laterals it to Jennings. He was going to throw it on the sideline. You saw Crawford. It was on the sideline. That was going to be a double lateral. Here's the first lateral to Jennings. You see Crawford over there to 25 on the sideline. And I mean, the hook and lateral.
Austin Seibert. His career long is 49 yards. This will be from 51. to really make West Virginia pay. It's on the way, and it is good. Austin Seibert, a new career long, the most accurate field goal kicker of the Big 12, but he has no helmet. And West Virginia will get the football.
Laying it all on the line for his team. Deserves to be in New York.
On first down and 10. To 10. Chris Chugunov is the starting quarterback, but it's Kennedy McCoy out of the Wild. He hopes to be back in maybe 4 to 6 weeks. They're trying to see if they can time up with their bowl game, but that is yet to be determined.
Started his career at Florida and resurrected it here under Dana Holgorsen. And what do you got next year?
There's Chugunov down the middle of the field. It's a jump ball, and it's not. That's Sills in motion. And they'll hand it off to Crawford. His team's in the championship game. Here's Crawford. And he'll stay on his feet. Justin Crawford. Next to each other. Interesting to see who gets the snap. It's Chugunov this time. And he'll throw one down. And underthrew.
They're going to be challenged as this season goes on.
It's McCoy.
Parted and an easy touchdown.
There it is. Following the West Virginia touchdown. See how Oklahoma will answer. Bounce.
Took his neck another year, and finally, as a senior, he's gotten his opportunity to shine.
Mayfield comes out firing. And overthrow.
All kind of research.
He's cracking. That is 45-17. Here's Mayfield to throw.
Other programs would have been coming. They would have been beating down his door.
On 3rd and 10. Mayfield fires and completes.
As comfortable with him as anybody he's ever had in checking plays.
Mayfield off the play fake, throwing, and again it's Lamb. They love CeeDee Lamb, a true freshman.
Defense, so that didn't happen, but if they score on offense, I'm taking the starters out of this game.
Gain of 11 on that play. Lamb had 9 catches, 147 yards, and 2 touchdowns against Texas Tech when we were here last time. Put on quite a show. He's got 4 catches for 92 yards so far here today. On the ground, as Sermon staying on his feet, the first down and then some.
But take a look at big Orlando Brown. He just swallows people. Then Bobby Evans throwing people on the ground. I mean, this offensive line is playing with attitude here. And that's great, you know, eventually in the conversation. Even at TCU, if they're able to somehow find a way to beat this juggernaut in Oklahoma next week, could be back in.
Play fake, Mayfield will throw. And underthrew his intended target mark.
The Big 12 championship.
Pass interference, defense, number 19. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Battle doesn't even turn his head.
And if they're able to get into the college football playoff,
First down and 10. Abdul Adams is checked in for the first time. And Mayfield to throw. Finds his man in a seam. It's Calcaterra for the touchdown. Grant Calcaterra. First out of the season for the true freshman. And man, the Sooners move up and down the field at ease.
And it's because all elements of this offense fit together, Steve. The run game fits with the pass game. You're going to see hard play action away, and that affects the linebackers. And you insert Andrews and Calcaterra. Calcaterra is basically a tight end, but you insert those guys in the seam while you're affecting the underneath coverage with that play action, and it's impossible to stop. Microphone when that happens.
Not that I wish that on anybody. That would make SportsCenter's not top 10 plays.
Whether it's Tennessee or others. And nice job with them by locking him up for another couple of years.
On first down. And they've got some money to spend. Here's Kennedy McCoy again, the ball carrier. He'll take some people on.
Not to get this West Virginia team back where they want to be next year.
Out of the Wildcat, what else? Kennedy McCoy. Here the offense, 126 rushing yards on 15 carries. took the play clock all the way down, and there's Crawford.
Football coach, and he wasn't brought here just to be the yes guy to Daniel Holgerson, right?
Martell Pettaway was the ball carry, got his first touch, and they go right back to Pettaway. Here in trouble in game number 12 on the season. Here's McCoy out of that Wildcat. He's got the first. On first and goal, here's McCoy. It's McCoy all day long.
No quit.
There's Staley on for the extra point. Boots it through. The college football landscape throughout the afternoon and into the early evening. Marcellus Sutton on the return.
So far.
Austin Seibert is the kicker for Oklahoma. He's also their punter. We have not seen him punt here today. 8 possessions, 7 touchdowns, 1 field goal. And this is how Oklahoma opens possession number 9 with a Trey Sermon
By Lincoln Riley.
It's a guy who's paying attention and detail-oriented as well. Here's Trey Sermon. Well, takes a big football around these parts since 1895. That's a long time and a lot of players. Quick screen out to Trey Sermon from Kyler Murray.
And there's unquestionably no better unit. I look at Auburn defensively; they're got better, but this offense explosive.
Miles tees down the sideline. Did he get there? He did. Touchdown.
He came to Oklahoma much like Baker Mayfield came to Oklahoma after going one place and not working out. He knows this is the last game for Baker Mayfield. This is his show next year, and he wants to stake claim to this the keys of this Oklahoma offense, and by all accounts.
6 yard scoring strike, I'll say. The pass was up. And look, you can't say they're running up the score or rubbing it in. It's their backup players now. And it's 59. Imagine that if you can hang on and win that game and lose 2 key players like that. But that one loss, otherwise they might very well be the #1 team in the country. They've got it.
The TCU is a good offense. This is a good offense. I know it doesn't have Will Greer, but they've played.
McShay from Norman, Oklahoma. As we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving weekend. Enjoy those leftovers. Welcome you to quarter number 4 with Oklahoma out on top 59-24. And the entire SEC. In the whole conference, if you had to guess. This is fascinating. Here's Chugunov throwing for one of his many talented receivers like Corona. 1,000-yard running back. Tulsa in 2007.
Was that the Aflac trivia question?
No, that wasn't. I believe that. And the Sooners look for some more with Kyler Murray at quarterback.
Voice inflection and everything.
Well, thank you.
And the quarterback will keep it. Ari Aronoff, you can tune in weekly to get his Aflac trivia question and answer. West Virginia will get the foot back. Following Oklahoma's first punt of the game. Kennedy McCoy is the ball carrier for West Virginia, and he's going the wrong way, and flags fly. Loss of 7 on that last play. Flip it back to Chugunov. The quarterback to throw down the sideline for Sills.
And so he transferred. He wanted to live out his dream. Went to El Camino College, and he recruited him to come back to play wide receiver, and he's had an unbelievable.
You can play wide receiver in the NFL if you come here. And these things tend to work out. Nice grade of that great white family that has just supplied West Virginia with talent for years. Chugunov, throwing, end zone, tipped and knocked away.
No better than that.
Martell Pettaway, 3 games prior to this one. They have 24 points on the scoreboard today. On the ground to Pettaway. And he'll be swung around. Here's 3rd and 1. On the ground, Petaway, not going to get there. Holgerson's got the headset back on. Here's 4th and 1. Handed off to Kennedy McCoy.
Means that Alabama is now going to be a problem for these 2-loss conference winners.
Throw!
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 7. Penalty will be half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down. That's no.
Had to deal with the injury, and now he's having to fight his way back. That's what Mike Stoops told him.
3rd Oklahoma penalty this possession. Bob is split out to the left, top of your screen. Here's McCoy. A yard or 2. You think just to mix it up, you'd throw it one side of the Wildcat. Here's Chugginoff throwing, and it is knocked away. Corral makes the play.
Great play here by Trey Brown. First of all, not to get pass interference called. It's very difficult to come from behind, and he waits till the last minute. Karan White had his hands on the football, and they teach you then to...
4th and goal from out at the 8. Chugginoff the throw off his back foot, looking for Sills, overthrows him, and they will turn it away to stride.
Take a look. Is Sills able to catch that football? There's no chance. And I think it's a ticky-tack call, even if it was close. It's a bad call on Silver.
I think he's got an argument. I think he's got a... And number 1, Alabama today. Here's 1st and goal. Gonna throw for it, back in the end zone. No! On the ground. Petaway cashes in. Extra point is Seal the Heisman. Sports Center with Linda Cohn and Kenny Mayne. All streaming live on the ESPN app. It's 59-31, and it's not nearly that close. Do not be fooled by the score. With 6 minutes left, Kyler Murray started the game at quarterback, and he will finish it. Abdul Adams is the ball carrier down the sideline. And we'll see if they get a bit of a...
Abdul Adams, he was the man early in the season for Oklahoma, and he's kind of become the 3rd guy behind Rodney Anderson and Trey Sermon, but he wants people to remember that he's got some talent too. Talented, deep stable of tailbacks for Oklahoma, and almost amazed.
Competitors.
Oh yeah, Saquon Barkley.
So tight, Bryce Love and all this talk. It really seems like there's a much bigger... On 2nd down and 7. On the ground to Adams for a 3rd time, having yet to win it. Maybe this is his year. Might be his year, might be the Sooners' year. Their first down. Could Oklahoma go from 4 to 1?
Absolutely. I've had Oklahoma at the top.
Here's Murray with speed.
They should be 4.
Out of your 4. It's Abdul Adams, the ball carrier.
Oh, the ankle already missing Cam Petway. That might be an issue against Georgia.
Greece, that knocks. Georgia wins that SEC.
3rd and 2. Looking to crack 60. All sorts of time for Murray. Back of the end zone and a flag. Interesting. If you don't see the brand name on top, with really 1 week left, right in the conference championship games next week.
No doubt.
Before Baker Mayfield would enter the game, it turned out being just 2 offensive snaps. That's all he missed. Then he was in, and then he was out when the game was out of doubt. Baker Mayfield, a brilliant performance today. Only put the ball in the air 17 times, completing 14 passes. He hit on his first 8, good for 281 yards, 3 touchdowns, and did not throw an interception. And the respect and the handshakes for Baker Mayfield that he was not able to receive at the start of the game for the coin flip by not being one of the captains for today, McShay.
Baker, you went through so much this week, obviously. How good was it to just get on the field?
Oh, unbelievable. You know, it's one thing, you know, to be on the outside looking in. You know, I had the support of all these fans here and all my teammates and coaches. I mean, unbelievable. And they got me through the week, and then getting out here, like you said, it just helped.
It was chippy early on, a lot of pushing and shoving. You were kind of in a different role of getting everyone to be the peacekeeper, if you will. You think this is part of maybe kind of learning from mistakes?
It is, but also we knew exactly what was going to happen playing West Virginia. It's always chippy with them. I mean, you look at the past couple of years, there's been stuff before the game during warm-ups. We knew that. It's just the fact that we had one case where we didn't, keep our cool and be the better person. But, yeah, for me, it's about learning and growing. And, I'm a 22-year-old kid, and if I learn along the way and people get to watch me grow, I'm fine with that.
And moving forward, now you get the Big 12 championship. First time in years you go play in that game. What are your thoughts on playing TCU again?
It's a great challenge. Obviously Coach Patterson always has them ready to go, and always playing somebody twice is hard. And it being that, that close together, it'll be a good challenge for us, but that's what we wanted.
Thanks, man. Good luck.